Good evening, everyone. I call to order City Council regular session, May 2nd, 2022, 6 o'clock p.m. City Municipal Building, 101 North Main Street. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Janet, take the roll call, please.
Alderpersons Cantu.
Here.
Grooms.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
Heitman.
Here.
Plum.
Here.
Scott.
Here.
Mayor Hilson.
Here.
Chief Woolen.
Here.
Street Superintendent Kersenlohr.
Here. Thank you, Janet. Approval or correction of minutes for the organizational and regular session held on April 19, 2022.
Make a motion to approve minutes of the organizational and regular session held on April 19th, 2022 meetings.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions or comments? Janet, take the vote, please.
Hanson.
Yes.
Heitman.
Yes.
Plum.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Cantu.
Yes.
Grooms.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Petitions and communications, citizen comment. Pre-registered citizens for matters appearing on the agenda and other public comment. There is nobody present. Any council members? You don't have anything? Okay, move right along. Report of standing committees. Fire District, Jungenberg, Plum.
Okay. The fire district has been planning the purchase of a new engine for over 2 years. They're looking at this purchase for this year. It's going to be taking them 2 years to get the engine here, before it'll become part of the fire district. All right. The white paper that you have in front of you is a breakdown of how much each member of the fire district will be paying. If you want more information, let me know and I'll contact the chief. Okay. At this okay. And any information you want to know or any questions, I will contact them and we'll get that before this next meeting. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Finance Committee, Jungenberg, Plum, do you have anything?
No, we just updated, we got an update on the server. It has been ordered. Hopefully it'll come soon. And we talked about the update on the closing of the TIDS number 2. And then we also discussed uses for the ARPA funds.
Okay, thank you. Board of Review, Scott, do you have anything?
I do.
Okay,
The meeting was held on April 25th for the minimum of 2 hours. This was a maintenance year meeting. There was not a reevaluation done on all properties on the tax roll. The assessment roll that included open book changes was reviewed and the board did not find any errors. The city assessment level is approximately 85 to 90%, as there were no objections received prior to the meeting or during the 2-hour session.
okay. Thank you, Councilwoman Scott. Report of city officers, Mayor. I attended the AF County Market grand opening as well as did Councilman Jungenberg Klum and Councilman Grooms, and they had the ribbon cutting on Monday, April 25th. They had many attending, and we wished Medford Cooperative all of the best. There were quite a few people there. Through the developer's agreement with the YMCA, the clerk's office submitted the final pay request to the WEDC for the Community Development Investment Grant. There will need to be a final audit submitted. The Adams County Solid Waste will hold the annual agriculture and household hazardous waste clean sweep and drug take back on Saturday, June 4th, from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. Residents can look on their website to see the items that are accepted. It's a good time to get rid of items at the reduced cost. The annual notice to destroy noxious weeds will be published in the AF Times Reporter on May 4th and May 11th by Adams County. This includes all towns, the village, and the city. By county and city ordinance, every person shall destroy all noxious weeds on all lands which he shall own, occupy, or control. Per Wisconsin Act 391, city residents may add their names to a list to receive notice of any proposed zoning actions that may have taken that affects the allowable use of the person's property. And that's all that I have. Okay, Police Chief Woolen, with the department update.
For good boy. April, we had 190 calls for service in the city. Issued 19 warnings, 17 traffic citations, 26 municipal citations, and 5 crash reports. Cody continues to train part-time. We have a full-time date set for hopefully the 22nd, so that would be on the next council meeting for the 16th then to vote on, I guess, hiring him for full-time. With that, then he would also, we're gonna do a little swearing in. He's been sworn in already, but just to swear him in again, kind of a ceremonial thing with the council. And then his parents would be in attendance to do a badge training. So we were planning on that then that night. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Police Chief Woolen. Public Works Department update. Street Superintendent Kerslenor.
Last Friday on the 29th, the city recognized Arbor Day by reading the proclamation and planting a tree. This year we planted 26 trees around the city out of our nursery that we have maintained out at the wastewater treatment plant. The city was also recognized as a tree city for the 27th year. And that's something that we're going to continue to do. We started hydrant flushing this week. It's been delayed a couple weeks due to weather conditions. Also due to weather conditions, the leaf vac hasn't been able to go out as much as we anticipated, so we're going to continue taking the leaf vac out for next week and the week after that. And once again, what that means is we go out and make one whole lap around every street in the city, and then we put it away for the week, that we don't keep going out. You know, so we'll make one whole lap next week and the week after, which is usually, it's a couple weeks past what we normally do, but because of weather and conditions, we're gonna do that. We see there's still some piles waiting to be moved to the roadside. Also, we continue to do brush pickup. That's happening here tomorrow, so remember on the brush that it needs to be away from, you know, all the obstructions so we can get at it. And we do not pick up logs, we do not pick up stumps, and we don't take anything that's over 6 feet. It's just, it doesn't fit in the truck. It's just not conducive to picking up brush. If you have a contractor do a project at your residence, that's for the contractor to dispose of. If they've got any questions, they can call down to the Public Works office on that. Also, it's that time of year where you're not supposed to be cutting any oak trees. The city does have an ordinance and a policy in regards to oak wilt protection. We have a oak wilt prevention permit in case there is a need to Let's say for development, you're building, adding a garage, or if there's a danger tree that's dead that possibly might fall on a residence or garage or something like that, that we have a permit that we could issue to allow that with some conditions. One other thing is the parking at Burt Morris Park, and now with all the baseball, softball, and everybody, the one thing I'd love for residents to stay off the grass. It's hard for us to maintain when it's all rutted up and tore up, and then grass doesn't grow, and then it's sand, and they drag the gravel. I'm looking at things to do to prevent that. I don't know what we can and can't do there. Also, there is parking available across the street behind the Property Works building there. That is a city parking lot that can be utilized. I know it's a little extra further to walk, but it would be nice if they start to utilize that. One other area in town that gets parked on is over by the water tower on the east side. I actually went there tonight and I could not get into that because there were vehicles parked there right in front of the no parking signs that I put up last year. They're pulling off the road and parking into the grass and lining cars up along our water tower. It's just one of those things where we need to maintain the grass there. We gotta have access to the water tower, and there are no parking signs up. So we kind of dealt with this last year. I'm gonna make some phone calls tomorrow. I've talked to Sam. We're just gonna reach out and ask him, hey, this is why we don't want you to park there. We're not gonna, hopefully we can convey that. It's just for the city to maintain the rocks and gravel that get drug up there, the ruts and stuff. It's a grass area, it's not a parking area, so. Other than that, we're just doing our normal rounds for Public Works Department.
How's your new employee working?
Good. It's been an excellent addition. So able to really distribute. Today we had one crew was hydrant flushing, one crew was leaf vacuuming, and I was doing all the other miscellaneous, water rounds, paperwork, phone calls, water shut-off notices, stuff like that, so.
Good. Thank you.
We do have a couple other things.
Okay.
Last week we did participate in Down Day. I apologize for not having that notice out, or giving that notice and invite at the last meeting. However, we still have a donation envelope if anybody is interested in making a donation to Hope House. There's an advocacy center that serve our community. So we work with them with domestic and sexual violence victims. So we do have that if you're interested. And then also, I know we don't have any correctional officers, but it is Correctional Officer Recognition Week that we certainly work with the jail staff at the sheriff's office and appreciate the work that they do and then the difficulty of it. So just wanted to make note of that also.
I'd like to thank all of the city employees that participated in Down Day and created awareness for Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Okay, thank you. Okay, new business action. Approved rate increase for city attorney. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion, we approve the rate increase for city attorney.
A second.
Okay, any questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Cantu,
Yes.
Grooms,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Authorize fire district representative to vote on behalf of city for the purchase of new fire truck.
I'd like to make a motion to wait until more information is obtained. And if you have any questions, that I can get that information.
I'll second that.
Looking at this email, is that a weight that's gonna cost us $67,000?
The whole thing is as we hold off on buying it, the prices keep going up.
So that's
They had
yes.
they worked with 3 different companies, and this was the cheapest one, and the one that would give them the best. And they have a kind of a contract that says that we're gonna be purchasing it. you know, and they said, okay, they've given us 2 extensions now. So if the fire district doesn't agree to it, it will go up.
A lot.
Yeah, so the difference in how much the one we accepted was compared to the second bid or contract that we would be buying it from, is that, like, does that amount make up the difference between the two?
This is one bid, this information is one bid, okay? What we're doing right now is we're looking at how much it's gonna cost us.
Mhm.
All right, this is the cheapest we can get it from this company, and we compared it with Pierce and another, and I don't know what the company was. You know, one of the, you know. And this was the best offer, and the ones that would have what we need for a rural district rather than an urban district, and that's the way the truck is being configured, okay?
Right.
But as far as how much we're going to have to pay per year and things like this, we don't have that information yet. That's what we're asking for right now.
Yeah, I guess what I'm really trying to figure out is that amount that we're extra that we're going to have to pay for waiting going to end up making up the difference of the cost of what the second amount for the bid, like the second bid would be. Because if it's going to cost us much money to wait, and we can just end up, you know, paying the extra however much that we would for waiting and get the truck now.
We can't get we cannot get the truck.
Okay.
I mean, it has to be specifically built. They're having problems getting parts to build it because of the shortages. Okay,
Okay.
so that's what we're looking at. What we would like to do is just purchase it now, or start purchasing it now,
Mhm.
and enter the contract. And when it comes to us, then we just continue paying on it. Well,
It just kind of seems like a lot of money to be a maybe because if we don't even know if we're going to end up, you know, getting to that point, then, you know, we're kind of signing on for a bill that, unless I'm not understanding.
what will happen in June's meeting, we will make the final decision. And what I need is you guys is okay to go along with this. As the other people from the different fire areas, the 6 others, we all have to go to our groups and say, this is what we've got, can we do this?
Okay.
And I'm the first one to come because our meeting is the earliest. And then, so if you look, the other parts of the other villages and the other townships will be going through the same process, saying, yes, you can do this, yes, let's do it now. So,
Last question. Is this something we've been budgeting for, do you know?
yes,
Okay.
this is something, this is like, I've been in fire district, I think, 3 years.
Janet?
Oh, you mean the fire district?
The
that's
fire
budgeting.
district, oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
We have,
Because
No,
the city has to
council
pay, not
is
for a
not
fire
doing
truck.
this. What has been going on is the fire district
Okay,
has been planning this.
okay, but the city has, this is not
This
something
is-
that's in our budget
This,
right now?
no, this is not, we have to look at what we can
I
do,
think-
and so that's what the questions are. The
Going
question is,
forward.
do we have to pay for it this year? Do we have to start paying this year, or do we start paying next year? So next year would be the next budget. Okay, so that's what, I don't know that yet.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm fine with.
Okay, so
don't know. There was a motion, so we
Yeah.
just,
yeah,
The
it's
table
just,
till more
we're just gonna
information is
wait till the
received.
next meeting and then make decisions, so if you guys have any questions.
Okay. Do we have to take the vote on that, though?
Yeah.
Yes. Janet, take the vote, please.
Klum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Cantu,
Yes.
Rooms,
yes.
Hanson,
yeah,
Heitman.
yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Need a motion for payment of the bills?
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Second,
Any questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Scott,
Yes.
Cantu,
Yes.
Brooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Last item, adjournment of the meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Janet, take the vote, please.
Cantu,
Yes.
Brooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight.